afternoon, everyone. Muy buenas tardes. On behalf of the Chicanx Latinx Student Success Center and Student Involvement at San Jose State, we are super excited to have you all join us this evening to learn more about our Chicanx Latinx student organizations on our campus. My name is Lily Pinedo Giangay, and I serve as the program director of the Chicanx Latinx Student Success Center. And just doing a really quick brief welcome to invite you all. We know that many of you here may already be involved in some sort of organization or have been involved in some kind of organization in the past. And this is a great opportunity to learn more about the variety of student organizations at San Jose State focused on serving the Chicanx Latinx community on our campus and beyond, even within the local community. There's a variety of reasons to be involved with student organizations. One, and I would say the most important one, is to build community. And I think more so right now that we are in this virtual format, building community is really important because it could feel very lonely for us being out. You know, we would have much rather been in person. Saknas was making a comment about our background, my background here. So this was a picture of El Centro at San Jose State before we had to go into this virtual format. But we're at least glad that we're able to connect with you in this virtual manner. But building community is definitely important. Two, maybe you're looking at developing your leadership skills or maybe enhancing your leadership skills. So that's another great reason why joining a student organization at San Jose State is crucial to being able to achieve that. And the other is maybe you're looking at ways to pay it forward, to be able to give back to our community, whether that's our San Jose State Spartan community, or it may also be the local community here in San Jose, or it may be your community back home. So there's a variety of reasons to join an organization here on our campus. And today we are going to be able to showcase just a few of our Chicanx Latinx Student Success organizations, and they're going to have an opportunity to tell you a little bit more about their organizations. So next slide, please. We're going to do, before we go into what to expect in the next hour and a half, I'm going to turn it over to my colleagues to also introduce themselves.
Thank you, Lily. And hey, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in this evening. My name is Jordan Webb, and I work out of the Office of Student Involvement, supporting all of our student organizations on campus. So really excited to be here with you today and to hear some more from the great work that our organizations do. Yeah, and then I will turn it over to my colleague, Elisa.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elisa Aquino. I use pronouns she, her, hers, and I'm the program coordinator over at the Chicanx Latinx Student Success Center. And today I'm gonna be going over what to expect for today's event. So if you have any questions that arise throughout the presentation today, feel free to drop any of your questions that you might have in the chat box. And if you have a specific question that you want to address to a specific organization, you can add the organization's name along with the question. That way we know who the question is geared towards, and that will help us towards the end once we're answering any questions that haven't been answered yet. And for any student leaders that are here today, just as a reminder to add to your name your organization. And each organization will have about 3 minutes to talk about their organization so that we can allow enough time for everybody to share on their organization. And you will be getting a copy of these slides. And this will be provided for anyone who wasn't able to attend, as well as a recording of this event will be sent to everyone. And today's agenda will include going over background information on student organizations at San Jose State. Student organizations will get to introduce themselves, and we will be doing breakout rooms, and we'll be doing a conocimiento time with organizations and student leaders for you to get to know. And I will ask for all attendees who are going to be exploring the different organizations today to add to your name the organization that you would want to be put with during the breakout room session. So if you have any questions in between, again, feel free to drop it in the chat box. Thank you, Jordan.
Awesome. Thank you, Elisa. Yeah, and so just making sure folks understand. So if you're not here representing an organization, we're going to be talking about 11 to 12 student organizations here today. And we hope that after everyone has introduced themselves, that you join into one of our organization rooms and chat a little bit more with them. So be thinking about that as we go through our presentation today, of who you might want to learn a little bit more about, whether that's the person or the organization specifically. But a little bit more about our student organizations in general at SJSU. So we have over 350 recognized student organizations on our campus. That is a formal term as deemed by the California State University system. It essentially means all of these organizations have completed materials and training and things like that to represent the university in a formal capacity. So we're just going to hear from a handful of our organizations today, but I did want to highlight how large our community is, so that if you don't necessarily hear something that resonates with you today, there are still a lot of options out there in regards to how to get involved on campus. How to learn more about our organizations, there's a wide variety of resources, and all of these resources will get linked to you in a follow-up email that we'll send after this meeting. So how do we learn more about our organizations? Number one, the SJSU SAMI app. You have probably heard of this before, but if you haven't, go to your app store, type in SJSU, it'll be the first app that pops up. All 350 plus of our recognized student organizations have a club page in the SAMI app. So that's a great way to kind of just browse and see what's out there and available to you. We also list a lot of information on our website, which you can see on here, about our organizations, what they do, what's going on currently. We also had a kickoff event at the beginning of the fall semester where we highlighted a bunch of our organizations, as well as had them submit videos to our office. So you can view that playlist of 90 plus videos on our YouTube page. And then we also have an interest form that we can link in our follow-up email if you want to give your contact information to us to be linked to student organizations, so you can potentially join them. We have a resource there as well. And then finally, if you don't hear anything today that you resonate with, or if you have a great idea that you want to get the campus involved in, students are able to start their own organization on campus. All that you need is someone that would be the president, someone that would be the treasurer, at least 3 other students, so a total of 5 students, an on-campus advisor, so that's a faculty or staff member that kind of has a vested interest in what you would do and helps you take the direction of the club however you would like to do that, and then an organization constitution. So it's pretty simple, and I'm here to help you through that process if you're interested in that. So we'll have contact information at the end of the presentation in case you would like to learn more about that. So we are about to jump into our organization introductions, and we are going to go in alphabetical order. I apologize, Secnas and Solis, but I understand as someone with a W last name, but it's just the best way to kind of organize everything. So these are the folks that you'll see here today. Maybe take a screenshot of this slide so that you can kind of know who to expect as we go through the day. Also, before we get started, we're going to launch a quick poll to everybody. And we really just want to know who's here in the room with us today. So we're going to go ahead and launch that. Just trying to get a little bit of better sense of who is here today. So are you already involved with organizations on campus? What year are you here at SJSU? So we'll take a couple of minutes just to go through those. Going on this quick, this is great. So yes, like I said, these are the folks that we will have here today. And as you're hearing presentations, as you're hearing students talk about their organization, if you're not a representative, start thinking about, oh, who would I want to have a conversation with? Who would I want to get to know a little bit more after all of these introductions? And once you have a good idea of that, then you can rename yourself as either the name or the acronym of that organization. And then following all the introductions, we'll add you into one of those breakout rooms. So it's going to be great. Okay, maybe 30 more seconds for folks to respond to our polls. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and end that. And let's see. So we got a lot of continuing students. It looks about 1/3 first year and 2/3 continuing students. Great. A lot of seniors here. Cool. And it looks like a majority of our folks are already involved in at least one organization on campus. So that's great to hear. Maybe you'll hear something about another organization that you might want to join. So good times. Okay, so I think we're all squared away with that. So let's go ahead and hear a little bit more directly from our organizations, starting with Chicano Commencement. So do we have Chicano Commencement here with us today? Not to worry. I can read this slide on behalf of Chicano Commencement. So the purpose of Chicano Commencement is to continue the tradition that was once established in 1970 to serve as a network and source of support for students obtaining a formal higher education. In celebration of the achievements of graduating students, a spirit of community is introduced where students from multiple disciplines, organizations, and beliefs join together to produce a graduation ceremony that honors their accomplishments, the individuals who have supported them throughout their educational journey, all while incorporating the rich tradition of the Latino culture and education behind the Chicano movement. So since we don't have Chicano Commencement here today, Lily or Elisa, is there anything that you would like to say about kind of the tradition of Chicano Commencement, if you have attended any of the ceremonies in the past?
Sure, I can go ahead, Jordan. So for folks who have not heard of Chicano Commencement, so this started back, as you see here, in 1970, and it was intentionally done by a small group of Chicano-identified San Jose State students who were clearly underrepresented in our commencement celebrations. And so when they were looking around and seeing who was being celebrated, who was graduating, there was an understanding that there were not enough Latinx or Chicano students that were graduating and being represented in these celebrations. And so they went ahead and decided to create Chicano Commencement as a way to honor the accomplishments of our Chicano community. Now, this is the 50th anniversary, and so this year's Chicano Commencement celebration will be honoring that legacy of Chicano Commencement that started back in the early 1970s. And please note that although the name Chicano Commencement stays to honor that history, the celebration is open to any student who identifies as Latinx, Latina, Latino, Chicano, Chicana. And so we definitely want to encourage anybody who is interested in participating in the celebration upon graduation to connect with Chicano Commencement so that you are up to date on all the deadlines. They have some application processes that they have to go through in order for you to participate in their celebration at the end of the year. Now, this will be done this year, will be done virtually due to COVID, and we will have a fall virtual ceremony, but usually the celebration is done in the spring semester. But we want to make sure that we honor those graduates that will be graduating in this fall of 2020. So if anybody here would be interested in learning more about Chicano Commencement and participating in the celebration at the end of their academic journey at San Jose State, definitely connect with the leaders of Chicano Commencement.
Thank you, Lily. I appreciate that. That was a very eloquent and well said, much better than I could have, about the history of this program and service to students, and the value in the community that it can bring. So sounds great. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on now to our folks at Destino. Do we have any representatives from Destino here today? Not to worry. That's why I have this video dialed up. So they may not have been able to be here with us today, but I do have a quick promo video that they submitted for a previous event. So let's give that a look.
Welcome to San Jose State University. We are so excited to have you here as a student and a part of the SJSU family. College is a really exciting time where you can deepen your education, make new friends, and just have fun. It's also a time where you can do a little soul searching, figure out who you are, and even figure out what you believe in about life. At least I know it has been for me. Figure out who you are and even figure out what you believe in about life. At least I know it has been for me. My name is Jasmine, and I'm a fourth year at SJSU and majoring in marketing. I'm also an intern with a club on campus called Destino. Destino is a Christian club aimed to raise up a generation of Latino and Hispanic students to change the world for Christ. While we are a Christian club, we are not specifically Protestant or Catholic. We instead focus solely on the Bible, which is what we have in common. We also welcome students from any spiritual background and any place in their spiritual journey. Though we are a Latino club, we also welcome students from all ethnic backgrounds. This club is designed to allow students to make friends, to have fun, and to really just talk about the big questions in life, because we all have some of those. We discuss life, we discuss school, Jesus, and the Bible. Throughout the year, we have so many fun social events. We love a good party, and there is no party unless there's food. So we do events like elote night, churro night. We've even done beach trips. In light of our current situation, we've had to move everything online, but that does not stop the events. We've done game nights and movie nights, but we are so excited and eager to get back on campus to see all of you guys. Now, my friend Diego is going to share a little bit about his experience with Destino.
Hey guys, my name is Diego Gonzalez, and I'm an accounting student here at San Jose State University. Destino is a place to grow deeper connections with other students who want to explore the Christian worldview. Destino is definitely one big familia, and it's where I met all my closest friends. Jesus says that we are to live as members of one body, so if you're interested in growing your faith with Jesus, or you have questions about God, or even if you don't know what you believe about God and you're just trying to grow spiritually, then we definitely love to have you. So please fill out the survey below.
Oh, sorry everyone. Perfect. So that survey that they're referencing will be available after today's presentation in the follow-up email that I will send to everyone. So we're moving right along to El Espartano Noticias. If we have any present.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I hope you're doing well too.
Great.
I'm gonna go ahead and start now.
Yes.
So hola everyone, my name is Ruth. I'm the vice president for El Espartano Noticias. ¿Quién somos? El Espartano is a Spanish journalism club, and we're focused on sharing stories from the Latinx communities. You don't have to speak Spanish to be a member of the club, but we do publish in Spanish, which is what makes us different than the Spartan Daily, which is our school's newspaper. We publish every other Thursday. We should have an issue coming out this Thursday or next Thursday. It's a little wonky right now, but we'll get to that. We don't just do print though. We do other forms of broadcast of media. We do print, broadcast video, web design, podcasts, and we're looking to do more. And then I think there's another slide after this one.
Yes. My apologies.
You're good. All right. And so our goals for El Espartano, we're here to inform the public of news going around in San Jose and like where everyone else is located right now because of the pandemic. We're also here to form a community. I know Espartano was a really big thing for me because it used to be, I think, just a Guatemalan, so I don't identify with the Chicano movement, but that I worded that funny, sorry. But yeah, so it was really cool to find a community and to also expand other people's views in the Latinx community. We're also here to learn more about journalism and teach new people about journalism. If you guys are interested in writing or taking photos, it's a really cool club to join. There's something for everyone definitely in our club. And so we have a bunch of networking opportunities, places for you guys to get published, and just so you can learn more about important topics and events. And so, thank you. Right here we have two of the our past issues. We talked about Independence Day, why there's no Latino superheroes. We talked about COVID last semester. So if you guys are interested, you can follow our Instagram, you can find our page on Facebook, or you can also email us there. And we meet every Thursday at 6 p.m. And then on Instagram, it's where we usually have our Zoom link in our bio. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ruth. I really appreciate that. Great having y'all here today. Okay. Looks like next we have Hermanex de SJSU. And just a reminder to folks, if you have any questions, easy to answer questions maybe, feel free to put them in the chat and we can try and ask them to folks afterwards. So now let's hear from our friends at Hermanex de SJSU. How's it going?
Hi, everybody. I'm pretty good. How about you, Jay?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Okay, so my name's Andrea. I am one of the co-chairs of Hermanex de SJSU. We actually just got recognized last semester, so sadly we haven't had any, I guess, in-person events, which has made it a little difficult for our club just because that was kind of the main focus. We wanted to be like more socially interacting and stuff like that. But we're working on Zoom, so it's going pretty good. So our purpose is to raise awareness and educate the campus and the community at large about Latinx issues. And we also want to create a good, like, safe space to create some hermandad. If you go to the next slide, sorry.
No problem.
That one was short. But yeah, so we do have like meetings and pláticas once a month since we're trying to limit our screen time because it is taking a lot of our time and day now. We have everything to be about 30 minutes. So it can go on longer for pláticas sometimes because we have pláticas after meetings and we just talk about a little bit more sensitive topics and everybody pitches in and it's really nice to hear everybody's thoughts on things. We also host study halls. We have about at least 3 social events per semester, and then we do require community service and academic hours, but we exempted community service due to COVID. And then academic hours, we have study halls, and then we have things that people can do, like go to office hours with their professors or go to workshops or our workshops or anything like that as well. We also have traditions like familias, so we do have like a big and little kind of system. So that's nice as well. So we're growing. We have our last meeting to be like a good like graduate. So we would just like be able to recognize their achievements. And then we also have retreats, but since, you know, COVID, we will be hosting them on Zoom. So we'll have like maybe like a self-care day or some movie night, something like that. And if you're not a member, we aren't accepting members right now, but everything is open to anyone except for meetings and pláticas. And that's about it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrea. That was a great point of bringing up, you know, COVID and the things that we can do and the things that we can't do right now. And so if you're a student right now looking to get involved, that's probably a good follow-up question that you could ask in one of the breakout rooms, right? Is how is your organization tackling, you know, distance learning and all of that? So just an example of how we need to think about how we're being engaged this semester. So great, thank you so much for being with us. Let's move right along to Grupo Folklórico. I think we got a couple folks here.
Hello, so
Hey.
my name is Carla, pronouns she, her, hers, and ella. I will be talking about Grupo Folklórico Luna y Sol. So our mission statement is GFL is de San Jose State is a student organization exemplifying the ongoing commitment to diversity of SJSU. Students work towards the promotion, education, and preservation of Mexican culture through traditions of dance, music, and the history of different regions in Mexico. So what do? We do school events, so we perform at school events. We also perform at community events, private events. We also have opportunities to travel. But right now, with the pandemic going on, everything with traveling and performances is TBD. We also host Noche Folklórica, which is our big event in the spring semester, where we perform all of our dances that we learned throughout the year. And then we also host Banda Night. And Banda Night is also in the spring semester where we just have a banda and then everyone dances and everything. But again, with COVID, right now everything is TBD. Our practices are on Facebook Live Mondays and Fridays. So Mondays at 8 p.m. and Fridays from 6:30 to 8:30. Normally it would be Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 10 p.m. And that's when we usually have our practices on campus. And ways to join. Unfortunately, right now we are not accepting new members because our recruitment season is over. Our recruitment season is during the fall semester, and it's usually a year-long process, membership. But due to this semester and how everything's going, we may potentially open up next semester to recruit new members. So you guys can go ahead and join our organization next semester or the following semester, fall semester. And here is our contact information. So we have our Facebook right here, our Instagram, and our email. We also have our Weebly. And then this is just a demo video.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much, Grupo Folklórico. Looks like so much fun.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we're on to Lambda Theta Phi. I think we see Lambda Theta Phi here. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, I'm doing good. How's everyone doing?
Great.
My name is Victor. I'm this year's president for Lambda Theta Phi, Beta Zeta chapter here at San Jose State University. So a little bit about our organization. We are the first Latino Greek organization that that was founded in the nation. We were founded in December 1st, 1975. And when we were founded, our founding fathers, it was during a time of a lot of like political strife and injustices, and all of that inspired them to kind of take a stand and on the issues affecting the college students in the community. So what they did is they got into positions of power. So some of them got into the student body at school in order to kind of provide a voice for those other Latinos and other students in the college campus, and they were out helping in the polls during the elections. So that's something that we try to, kind of promote a lot. And it doesn't really matter what background you come from because we're all here to serve as a source of support for students and professionals in pursuit of an education or career while promoting unity and giving back to our community through community service. Next slide, please. And like I said, we're from the East Coast to the West Coast. And so here in California, or actually in every state, what we do is we're kind of divided into sectors. So for our school, we're in California Sector 2, where we're put together with the chapter at East Bay, San Francisco State, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, Fresno State, and even Santa Cruz. And so what we usually do, we try to meet a couple times during the semester. Right now with COVID, we are meeting online still, kind of trying to check in with each other more and make sure that everyone is doing good and during these hard times. But yeah, the picture on the top right was that was from last semester. We had brothers coming from Fresno and San Francisco State to kind of support us in our USFC night that we do every semester. And the video on the right, just to give you guys like a little heads up, we don't step or stroll, but we salute kind of to pay respect to our ancestors. So that's what the video will be about.
Cool. So should I press play on this?
Yeah, please. I tried to do it, but I couldn't.
It's all good.
Chapter where we struggle, retrench, and conquer. Soul, those descendants, this is soul. Like what? Like who? Where at? San Ho. Now the books, yeah, stuff, and seal. Oh, just what? There we go.
All right, thank you so much. And the easiest way to get in contact with us is through the QR code for Instagram at SJSU Lambdas. And thank you everyone for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to have a couple of representatives here from our fraternity and sorority life. And if you're looking to learn more about fraternity and sorority life in general, you can visit the student involvement website at www.sjsu.edu/getinvolved. I'll link it in the chat because we do have over 30 active chapters here at SJSU. So thank you so much, Lambda Theta Phi, for being here with us today. Okay, it looks like next we have Latino Business Student Organization, or Association, apologies, LBSA for short. Looks like Noemi is here.
All right, thank you, Jordan. Again, I should have fixed that. I didn't even notice that, but thank you, Student Involvement, for giving us this opportunity. So the Latino Business Student Association, also known as LBSA, is a business club that focuses on developing students and, of course, empowering students for their careers after college. We are open to students of all majors and ethnicities, regardless of what our name stands for. And of course, we have a lot of our members are underrepresented and are first generation college students. So we do our best to give as many resources as possible. So we offer professional development workshops with Fortune 500 companies, company tours, our newly launched Extended Familia mentoring program that pairs a student with a professional in the Silicon Valley within their field of interest, community service outreach and socials with other clubs within San Jose State, and of course, other chapters, other LBSA chapters across the country. Thank you. And so as I had mentioned, we partner with lots of companies. So as you can see, Google, Cisco, Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, and in the picture, we are actually at a company tour with Netflix. So again, these companies come to us with their representatives to kind of talk about what it's like to work within their respective companies, how we can potentially gain a position at them.
Hey, bà. Mẹ đang đi bộ ngoài.
and how you can get into these companies. And of course, if you would want to learn more about the Latino Business Student Association, please go ahead and follow us on our social media pages. We do have 2 Instagram accounts. So the first one, LBSA_SJSU, is our main Instagram account. LBSA.extendedfamilia is our Instagram account for our mentoring program. And then we do have a Facebook and LinkedIn page. So thank you.
No, thank you so much for being here. Always great to hear a little bit more about LBSA. Awesome. Okay, we're moving right along to Mariachi Oro Azul.
Hi everyone, my name is Jocelyn Lopez. I'm a member and representing tonight Mariachi Oro Azul. I'll just go ahead and move these slides. Our purpose, Mariachi Oro Azul de San Jose State, is a student-driven music ensemble at San Jose State University with the purpose of preserving the tradition of mariachi music in Mexican culture and community. What do? We participate. Participation in this organization involves showcasing an individual's instrumental and vocal talents by maintaining a high standard of professionalism and musicianship, including collaborations with other school organizations, could be one of you guys, including 2 primary concerts every semester, master classes on mariachi-related content, collaboration with community mariachi students from local schools to encourage a pursuance in post-high school education. Okay, and of course, we're all on the same boat here because of COVID-19. We're not able to perform at all or take any gigs, but we are currently hosting virtual meetings every Wednesday nights, 7:30 to 9. And this mostly involves people, our members, learning pieces, songs, and singing them or playing individually and getting that musical guidance and just performance etiquette and all of that. And that's our information below. Our email is down there, mariachioroazul@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram. Those would be great ways to kind of see what we're coming up with. We're trying to still perform. You know, musicians are kind of figuring it out right now. Of course, you can't get on a stage together and play, sing, but we're getting our videos edited and making it what we can to create music, which is what we do.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course, thank you.
Yeah. And I appreciated that you talked about collaborating with other organizations. And so that's another great point, that if you're representing an organization, you know, make sure you're paying attention to all of these organizations to see where you could potentially fit in an event together. So, you know, do you have like interests and same goals, basically? Maybe you can meet them together. So lovely. Okay, we're moving right along. Oh, sorry about that. Uh-oh. So that was the last slide. It doesn't look like the video is working, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
That should have been a video of one of our performances that we put together. This was for the spring last semester. But the video, you can find it on our Instagram page if you look us up, Mariachi Oro Azul, and it's one of our most recent videos put together.
Excellent. And I'll track down that video so that we can include it when we follow up with everyone. So make sure that folks can view that. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Semillas de Centroamérica is with us.
Hey everyone. My name is Jen. My pronouns are she, her, hers.
My name is Melissa. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm the treasurer.
Hey everyone, my name is Brenda. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm the inclusion director of Semillas. So who we are, our mission is to sustain a supportive community for Central American students and surrounding community members through individual and collective empowerment. We are dedicated to celebrating Central American culture and educating folks on Central American issues through community organizing, healing, and growth.
In the past, we healing through art with Maíz. We also did a Semillas Community Night, which we hosted like a Jeopardy game where it focused on Central American topics like food and dances. And then we also had a cooking series throughout the pandemic, and we're trying to do that for the future months too.
So we have some upcoming events. This Friday at 6 p.m. we're gonna be having a Kahoot game. It's gonna be like a de-stressor, just having a game night on like different Latin American facts. And then next week we're gonna be having a Sacred Heart community organizer come talk about TPS as well as immigration work within San Jose. And we're also having a really fun event the week of Halloween. We're going to be talking about spooky stories we grew up hearing, and it's just a really fun event and just celebrating like family stories. And then the best way to contact us is through Instagram. It's Semilla CENAM. Sorry. And then we also have our email, semillacenam@gmail.com. Feel free to use the QR code. It has the meeting links to all our future meetings. And yeah, hope y'all could join us soon.
Excellent. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, we have Sigma Pi Alpha next. Sigma Pi Alpha.
Hello. Hi. I'm Kaylee. I'm the current president of Sigma Pi Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So some of our pillars, which is kind of just what we do most of on campus, would be sisterhood, campus involvement, and community service. We strive to promote higher education, both in our Latina and Latinx and Chicanx community, but also among just everybody. Community service, our national philanthropy is actually breast cancer, and then our chapter philanthropy would be youth at risk. So we help fundraise and then get materials to donate to youth at risk. So like stated before, we do community service and help promote our culture on campus. We usually, our most like known event is our annual Dia de los Muertos, which I believe this year we will be having online or via Zoom. And then we also fundraise for foundations and nonprofits, and we also offer an annual scholarship that we offer in the spring. And so that's kind of what we do a lot of fundraising for. Next slide, please. And then we are currently not recruiting. We will be recruiting next semester though, but we are in the meantime having events via Zoom. And then down here, here's our QR code for our Instagram. And we also recently made a TikTok account. So those SJSU_Ellas is our Instagram and SJSU Ellas is our TikTok. Thank you.
That's the coolest QR code I've ever seen.
Thank you. Ruth from El Espartano actually made it.
Wow. Huh. I might have to reach out to y'all later about how you did that. That's pretty cool.
For sure.
Thank you.
Anyways, thank you, Sigma Pi Alpha. I appreciate it. Okay, we're in the home stretch here. So I just want to give a reminder to folks that we are going to be splitting people up into breakout rooms to connect you directly with an organization. So if you have a specific organization in mind that you would like to chat with and learn a little bit more about, you can rename yourself in the Zoom meeting with either the name of that organization or the acronym that they use, and we will connect you. Otherwise, we will randomly assign people, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. But we're moving right along to SACNAS, or Society for Advancement of Chicanos, Hispanics, and Native Americans in Science.
Hi everyone, so my name is Esperanza.
It looks like Esperanza needs one more second. Do we have another? I think I see Juan in the chat representing SACNAS as well.
Yeah, I was gonna present the next slide, but I can go ahead and read off of this slide as well, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry everyone, my dog started barking.
Oh, no worries.
But I can go ahead and present this slide and we can continue on like we originally planned. So hi everyone, my name is Esperanza. I'm currently the president of SACNAS, which is the Society for the Advancement of Chicanos and Hispanics and Native Americans in Science. So we are an inclusive organization dedicating to fostering success of Latinx and Indigenous students in attaining advanced degrees, careers, and positions of leadership in STEM. So we recruit all year long. We do ask that you do fill out the membership form, which could be found right here. And our newsletter, if you aren't interested in being a member, but you still want to have access to all the information that we give out. There is no membership fee at all. And all of our social media handles are at SACNAS at SJSU. It's not on here, but you can also look us up on Google and you'll be able to find our website as well. And although that one, we're trying to keep it up to date, it's a little bit difficult, but you could also find a collection of resources available to you as an SJSU student. And our upcoming event is our first general meeting, which is our kickoff meeting, in order to introduce what our organization is about, meet potential new members, play a little game called Among Us. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but that's one of the goals that we're gonna have during that meeting. And in the past, we have hosted research and science events. So we were able to connect students with researchers in the College of Science, and we're hoping to continue that on for the next semester. And Juan Carlos will also present on our next event as well.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Juan Martinez Mejia. I am a senior here at San Jose State University. I'm the Vice President of Outreach of our organization, and I wanted to share with you guys an opportunity to attend our late night STEM study session, which is going to be the first one, and we're going to try to do it throughout the semester, probably every week. So whether you're a new freshman, transfer, or like STEM major, or a rising upperclassman, come and join us this weekend, October 17th, for a late night study session. It's going to be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and you can find the Zoom link on this flyer here, but you can also check out any of our social media platforms to get the link as well. So yeah, come out if you have time, get to meet a few of your fellow STEM majors, learn 5 new studying tips for academic success, and learn why diversity is so important in the field of STEM. I would just want to share a quote with you guys about what our organization kind of stands for. So it's important not only to retain and support students currently enrolled in STEM programs, but also to encourage a diverse range of underrepresented minorities to join and thrive in their STEM disciplines. So we're hoping to provide that to any student that wants to join our organization and learn what it's like to study with some fellow underrepresented minorities. And that's everything for now. Thank you guys.
Fix this real quick. Apologies. Okay. And then our last organization here, Soles. We had Arturo here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Now you can hear. Yeah, I was talking to no one. But yeah, like I said while I was muted, they always say save the best for last, right? So this is Soles, right? Our mission is to empower the community to reach its full potential by advancing Latinx success in STEM at San Jose State University. Now, what that means is that we try to get every single Latino we can in the College of Engineering and in the College of Science too, and then try to empower them and give them all the resources that they need that they may not get through their regular classes, right? We do resume workshops, we do interview workshops. We get together with company leaders, and these company leaders meet up with our students, and they can ask them questions like, hey, how did you get there? What are some challenges that you went through that you would recommend me, right? And we've already had a lot of events like that, and I think our members have actually benefited a lot from them. On top of that, we're aligned with SHIP and MAIS, which are the national organizations for Hispanic professional engineers. And they gave us resources too, right? We have a convention coming up too, where our members can go and meet up with companies, and it's actually a better way to get an internship than if you just went on LinkedIn or Indeed and signed up there. Yeah.
Excellent.
And yeah, so Francisco covered most of that, the SHIP convention, but along with the professional development events, we have a few socials lined up. We got one later on this month. And can you move on to the next slide? I'm wondering if the video will play.
I don't think it will. It was processing, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're having some issues with it still. I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
Eventually we'll be able to see it.
And yeah, like part of the professional development events that we've had include resume workshops, include interview workshops. We've partnered up with Adobe, with Cepheid, which is a molecular testing company. And then we've also partnered up with Microsoft for just a bunch of different events that we've had over the past semester and that we got going on within the next few months. So if you can go to the last slide that we got. Yeah, that first picture has information on how you can join us. That link actually goes to our official membership form. And then the second picture is up to our upcoming event on this Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. We're gonna partner up with another SHIP chapter in University of Santa Clara and have a Latinx panel with members of Adobe.
Awesome, sounds great. Thank you so much for being here, Solis, Francisco, and Arturo. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are all done with our organization introductions, which is great. And so what I'm gonna do now is start figuring out our break rooms for all of our organizations and guests today. And while we do that, we have a quick activity that Elisa from El Centro is going to lead us through. So Elisa, I will let you take the reins.
Right, and Jordan, if you can, I don't know if it's possible to share your screen. If not, I added a link. So we do have a question for you all and would like to know, what do you hope to gain as a result of joining an organization? And so as you all submit your responses, I will be sharing a word cloud to see kind of everyone's responses and see what are folks wanting to get out of being involved on campus and engaging with all the different Latinx organizations on campus. And we'll be doing that as Jordan places folks into breakout rooms. All right, so as people are submitting responses, we can see that one of the things that was submitted by multiple folks was, building that sense of community. And we also see people wanting to gain leadership skills, to be involved on campus, find friendship, growth. And we also see that people hope to gain experience, advice, mentorship. belonging, connections, socials, diversity, unity, interactions, giving back, development, betterment, friends, self-growth, success, and lots more. All right. Okay. So I will now feel free to also share anything that else you're expecting or wanting to, hear from other folks in the chat box as people are being placed into your breakout rooms. But if you have any questions for a specific organization, maybe this could be something that you take and, ask the organization that you visit during your breakout session to see, maybe what do they want to see within their organization, and that could be a point of conversation that you can have as you continue to do these conocimientos in your breakout rooms. Thank you, Jordan, for putting folks in breakout rooms.
Yeah, I think we're all squared away now.
All right.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Thanks everyone for your patience. Okay, so we've got our breakout rooms all set. And again, this is a unique opportunity, a unique event. If you're not involved in something, to learn a little bit more about what is out there, what students are thinking, and learn more about how an organization can fit into, your life and what you're looking for. So what I've done is I've broken folks up into breakout rooms, either as you indicated, or I just assigned folks to chat with an organization. So this time is really for you to ask any questions that you might have of a student and an organization on campus that are out there doing important things, doing great things. So it's really up to you and that organization to see how you want to use that time and what exactly you want to chat about. Here are some examples up here of what you could potentially talk about. Introducing yourselves. We want to create community and to create friendships. And so just learning a little bit more about each other and how an organization plays into your life, right? So what advice would you give someone if they're not really sure how to get involved right away? If you are involved right now, what lessons have you learned, or what kind of goals does that help you to accomplish? So we're gonna leave it up to each individual organization of how you want to handle that and what you want to chat about. Maybe it's just updates about the organization in general too. That's really up to you. So whenever you feel like you have fulfilled your purpose today in learning more about our organizations and chatting with your peers, feel free to log out whenever you're ready. You can also pop back into the main room if you'd like to do that too, to ask us any questions or to potentially learn more about a specific organization or something like that. We'll be there. But we will keep the breakout rooms open for about 30 minutes. So hopefully that will create some good opportunities to chat. Elisa and Lily, do you have anything else that you'd like to note before we get started with the breakout rooms?
No, I think we're ready. And as Jordan mentioned, if there is an organization that maybe is not being represented, maybe you, like Jordan said, if you have an idea for an organization you'd want to create, you can stick around to in the main room, and we can definitely help you out in figuring out like the first steps that you can take to start creating that organization at our campus. So we'll be here to answer any of those questions as well.
Excellent. And okay. So let's go ahead and open it up to folks. Like I said, we will give folks about 30 minutes and then we're going to close the main room. So have fun. And thanks, everyone. And everything like that to us. So again, thank you, Lily or Elisa. Did you have any closing remarks that you wanted to make?
Yeah, I know we're a little, 2 minutes over the time we said we were going to be together, but if folks are still available to stay another minute or two, just wanting to hear your experience and how it went. One thing maybe that you walked away with as a result of participating in our meet and greet of student orgs, both for the student representatives and for those of you who are attending and wanting to join an organization for the first time. If anybody, you don't have to show your camera if you don't want to, but we definitely feel free to unmute yourselves and let us know what was this experience like for you this evening.
For me, I'm a brother of Lamb Theta Phi, Lamb Fraternity Incorporated. Here from Fresno, supporting my boy Victor, and I thought it was nice. It's a nice thing, I think my school should participate in something like this because it is hard to especially with the times right now, to meet people and get people involved. So I don't know, I just thought it was nice. Even though I showed up a little late, I got to meet my boy Mike. Seemed like a pretty cool person.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, for hosting such a great event. Yeah, it was really all well put together. We appreciate it a lot. That you guys are giving more attention on campus to the Chicanx and Latinx orgs. And yeah, we really appreciate it. And, I want to say thank you. And yeah, the breakout one was good too. We had pretty interesting conversations going on. But yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. And Martin, thank you, even though you're coming from Fresno, we're all connected. So thank you so much. Anybody else would like to share?
I really enjoyed this whole, I don't know what this is, presentation. I appreciate all the clubs that did present, and even the ones that couldn't be able to join. I am disappointed that there's not as many clubs that are cultural based on campus. I wish we had more. I'm not in the position to start one though, but I look forward to joining one.
That's great to hear. And we do have, organizations representing other cultures and faiths and things like that. So today definitely wasn't inclusive of everything that the student org community has to offer. And also, if you're interested, I know you said you can't do it, but if you're interested in starting your own organization that meets your needs, feel free to reach out. But it was great to hear. Thank you.
And I think, was that Isabella that was speaking?
Yeah.
Isabella, and definitely, we understand, everyone's at capacity right now, right? With everything that's going on, balancing school and any outside commitments that you have. And so the thought of even starting an organization might be a lot, but even if you have an idea for what that might be, whether it's, just the name or the issues you want to tackle, share those with us, because there might be other students who are interested in starting something like that. And so we could definitely be able to assist in recruiting other individuals who might be who are in the position right now to take the lead and maybe organize around those issues. So definitely don't hesitate to reach out and let us know what ideas you might have.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you again. And we will be sending you all a survey. So if you don't mind taking a few minutes to complete that, just to let us know more about your experience with this program. Also an opportunity for you to give us some additional feedback on what we can do to improve it in the near future. But definitely, again, gracias for being in community with us this evening. For our student org representatives, just a reminder, any flyers that you have or any programs you'd like for us to advertise. We can do that in a variety of ways through Centro's Instagram account, our Facebook accounts, also sending you out via our electronic newsletter. So don't hesitate to reach out. Send us that information via our email that's displayed here, and we can help support and promote all your events and the wonderful work that you're all doing. So gracias.
Yes, and hopefully, you know, this is just the beginning of these types of events, and how we can come together as a community. So hope that these are like ongoing conversations and opportunities that we can provide in whatever way makes sense for you. So yeah, please fill out that survey. You're not going to hurt our feelings with the feedback that you provide. So yeah, just be honest and let us know what you enjoyed today and what could be improved. We can't do these kind of events without you and your input. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone, and good luck the rest of the semester. We know it's midterm still. Some of you are still probably taking midterms right now, so best of luck with all of that. We've got a couple more weeks to go, so don't hesitate to reach out if you need any other additional support. So adelante, everybody. Gracias.
Take care.